Good evening, viewers, wherever you are watching from, whether within Uganda or in the diaspora. We are glad you have made NTV your #1 station. We are also happy that you have made NTV People's Parliament your favorite program, the only program in this country that gives the Ugandans, opportunity to speak about issues that affect their everyday life. Tonight, we are in Abim district. I can call it the land of agriculture, and you're going to see what the people of Abim are going to talk about. Thanks for watching NTV People's Parliament. I am your speaker, Agnes Nandutu. Honorable members, you are welcome to NTV People's Parliament. I am glad you have come in big numbers. As you're aware, those who are watching us, you may not be aware, but what we have seen in Abim district is that these people have the expanses of land. Each person is owning up to 100 acres of land. They are good farmers. They have grown all types of crops. They have grown cassava, they have millet, they have sorghum. They have done everything. But these people are still poor. What is happening? What is not adding up? And what we are discussing tonight is how can we improve service delivery for smallholder farmers in Abim district? And we have the leaders here to provide the solutions, honorable members. What are we not doing? How can we improve service delivery for smallholder farmers in Abim district? I don't know what is happening in your district, but maybe whatever is happening in district might be happening in your district. So what can we do? Before I set the ball rolling, I want to invite our partner from Share an Opportunity Uganda to tell us how much they have done in Abim district to ensure that we improve the service delivery to smallholder farmers. Florence, you have the podium.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. We've been promoting the value chains of maize, millet, and cassava among 100 smallholder farmers. What we've been able to do is to build their capacity so that they have information on them to help them to ask for extension services and any other support from the technical people in the district at the sub-county. We are glad the leadership at the district and also at the sub-counties, they have been very cooperative. And today, I also wanted to take the opportunity to just remind the House that the issues that we should really put our attention to other people whom we've not been involving in the past.
Florence, has your efforts improved the daily service delivery to the smallholder farmers within the period that you have been in Abimo?
To some extent, yes. We had a regional dialogue where we were talking about the association of the farmers, and we are glad that the district has put in a lot of effort to strengthen the farmers in the groups, because we do production in large quantities so that we are able to access the market. Okay. And the district has done that very well. The other thing I wanted to remind us as we deliberate is to voice on the issue of middlemen. Middlemen, yeah, they are good in our society here in Abim. We've learned that they offer very uncompetitive prices to the farmer. We are here. Like
this year, we had maize being sold at 200 shillings.
Yes, Madam Speaker, some places we've been told it's at 100 shillings. The farmers will be coming up here to tell us that evidence. And the other thing that I would like us to put attention probably to our legislators and our line ministry, that's agriculture, and the Ministry of Trade and Commerce, is the issue of the Market Act. Madam Speaker, the Market Act was first developed in 1942. In 2013, the Market Act was reviewed. Up to the present, it's just in the draft form. When will this be implemented? Probably today, as we voice our legislators and this ministry and the government should be able to have consideration of the smaller hold farmer to benefit from what the Market Act provides.
Okay.
So we are here on those 4 things: middlemen, extension service, strong associations of farmers, and then also the issue of Market Act.
Thank you.
I beg to submit, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Florence. That is very good preamble. Before we get to the people, we have a district production officer. Where is the district production officer? What have you done for these farmers in Abim district as a government official?
I thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, to Abim district, and particularly on issues of production and marketing. Madam Speaker, there are several issues I wanted to present before I could proceed, if you could allow. Briefly, we have 8 local governments with a population of 109 and 18,000 households. Abim, like any other district in Uganda, has a larger proportion. In fact, almost 100% of the farmers are smallholders, and up to about 0.001 are large scale. And these large scale are restricted to institutions like Amita Prison.
So as the country speaks about commercialization of agriculture, it is not anywhere in Abim district.
Yeah, it is there, but the levels is what I'm trying to explain.
Okay, thank you.
Of these, the small scale farmers, they also do some commercial farming. That is, they sell whatever they produce. So the characteristics is in such a way that most of these small scale older farmers have land holdings of almost up to only 2 acres. But we have a potential of up to 20 acres if we are supposed to have exhausted our potentials.
As a government, how do you think we can improve service delivery to smallholder farmers in Abim district? Okay,
Honorable Speaker, we have government programs that we usually handle issues of production in Abim. We have Operation Wealth Creation, that is NADS, that gives agricultural inputs for the farmers. We have PMG, we have DDEG, we have Agricultural Extension Grant, which handles issues of extension, and we have the partners.
How many extension officers do we have in the
currently, my staffing level is at 11. We have 11 staff instead of having 16.
Okay.
Yeah. So, through these various government programs and policies, we are able to handle issues like the weak farmer institutions. We are building capacities of the farmers so that they can be in groups through trainings. And through the support from SAO, we are able to form the Abim West Network. And the Abim West Network is purposely put there for issues of collective marketing or bulking, so that the middlemen can be put aside. The other one is that issues of support to extension workers. The extension grant helps us to provide the various requirements for the extension workers.
You have a grant of how much?
For extension?
Yes.
We have a grant of 181 million.
100. You know the farmers need to know that you have the money.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So this money helps us to train them in areas of post-harvest handling. And we realize that these middlemen take advantage because the farmers don't have post-harvest handling technologies. So we try to train them. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. So we have found part of the middlemen. Take away everything from the farmers at harvest time. You even remain with no seed. I will come back to the district leadership, but let me hear from the farmers now. How do you think service delivery can be improved towards you, the smallholder farmers?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Honorable Joseph Uwana Joseph Dennis. I'm representing Weaware Parish, Abim Town Council.
Oh, thank you.
The program of agriculture has been made from the central government to bring it to the community. But they are late to bring the community, the items to the community, which is timekeeping. They are not timely to bring the seed to the people. We have lack of sensitization in the district. When they brought the program of agriculture, Instead, the technical person or the office of the production to go down to the community to sensitize the community that
By the way,
we are bringing these seeds.
Honorable member, when you talk about the late delivery of seeds, when I was going to check on the smallholder farmers in Abim West there, we found the cassava cuttings dry on the road a lot. Is that the reason?
Yes. They are bringing late. They don't time. So,
it's very unfortunate.
if this thing arrive, if the seeds arrive in the district, even the office of the production with this team delay to come and sensitize the community and see that the community captured how to plan or how to capture with the rain. So, lack of transparency in our district. I know the government put the program immediately the year ended. He put the program. Like now, it is now good for budgeting. The planning should have to start from down. The transparency from the district cannot allow the people now to go for planning because lack of transparency. They cannot tell the people that it is time now for what? For planning. They are quiet. Moreover, it is time for planning now. So if they improve these things, then planning in our places will be okay.
Wind up, honorable member.
4.
And the last.
And last. They have some technicalized plan of at least embezzling something from the community. When they say now, we have 400 million to be brought to Abim, and they have put the manual to follow. These are the district officials to sit down. They sat down and then again technicalize the manual. The manual, and say that we should see that the money which should go to the community should be like this, and the money for monitoring should be more than the one to be put in the community. So if we improve that one, our district will be a very good farmer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable member. Thank you. Very good points to start from. Yes, you have the podium, honorable member.
Yes, Honorable Madam Speaker. My name is Okelo Samadam. I'm representing Molem Sub-County, a member of Abim West Network. Honorable Madam Speaker.
You are a smallholder farmer in Abim.
Yes.
Okay.
Honorable Madam Speaker.
How many acres of land do you have?
I have about 150.
This is a rich man.
Yeah.
And how many are you utilizing?
I'm utilizing about only 35.
A lot is still
A lot is still pending because there are some challenges coming. I'm going
Okay,
to
talk about the
people.
challenges now.
Okay, Honorable Madam Speaker, I have 3 or 4 more challenges which farmers face in Abim district. One is about concerning weather forecast. Actually, in some 2 years ago, we have a great change in weather forecast. And this weather forecast made farmers not to do either harvest something good for these 3 years. My appeal, Honorable Madam Speaker, I was only requesting if the DAO could have really give awareness from time to time over the radio about the weather change in Abim district. And secondly, I would even request the office of the DAO, if possible, to buy for these extension farmers this machine which can detect the weather change so that farmers can be actually given that notice.
Yes.
Okay. Honorable Madam Speaker, I wanted again to talk about diseases of crops and animals. This also is a great challenge in Abim district. Since we lacked external workers in Abim, the few who are there with us do not even visit farmers in their extremely farms areas. And as I talk right now, it was only me when I was visited by one of the external farmers, which made me to know how to plant crops in rows. And
it was only once?
Only once, if I'm not mistaken, for the whole 3 years. We have seen diseases of crops are very seriously in Abim district here because last year when we talk of it, there was this kind of disease called, I think, army worm or a green worm, which has already broken in Abim seriously, and we have tried even very many chemicals to be applied there, but all in all, because of this lack of technical peace officers, most of our farmers now use this local method of spraying the crops direct. They call it the I don't know, the rocket or what. But farmers are not informed how to use the rocket. That's how really we have been challenged by this kind of diseases. When you look about animal diseases, Madam Speaker, we in Abim here, tractors was being brought here 2 times, but we don't know that. We don't see the work of the tractor to farmers.
Thank you, thank you. We are talking. He has talked about extension service. Do we have extension workers here? Tell us what the challenges that you face.
Thank you, Madam
Because
Speaker.
there's 181 million shillings within.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. That is a very good question. Currently, not all the extension workers have motorbikes to reach to the farmers. Then there's also a bigger challenge. Most times the roads that lead to where the farmers are
Speak to the people straight.
Are in very bad conditions.
How much have you done within the limited resources that you have?
We try to reach those we can reach to, and then some farmers also take it upon themselves to contact us. So those ones are easily reached.
And they give some transport?
Not really.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We are blaming you can have a seat, we are blaming the extension workers, but they have challenges. What do you use that money for, that you receive? You are giving to people who are monitoring, because it's the extension workers who are supposed to have.
Honorable Speaker, the money we receive, we give to all the sub-counties for their activities. The actual challenge is that these issues of transport makes them not rich. Of the 180 million, we also buy some inputs for demonstrations. So we are few in number, and sometimes the farmers don't see us more oftenly. That is the main reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how many motorcycles do you have?
So far, I have, I could say, 8 motorcycles.
I think you have heard the cries of the people of Abim district. A number of challenges ranging from no funding for the extension farmers. They have no tractors despite the expanses of land that they have. So it's good that leaders that in government and those ones who are responsible to ensure that they help the people of Abim to become the food basket for this country. Let's go for a short break, and when we come back, you are going to hear more voices from the people of Abim.
NTV, turning on your world.
With DFCU Quick app, you can still pay your bills without interrupting your family time. Download the DFCU Quick app on Google Play or the App Store and access your account on your smartphone at any time, wherever you are. Switch to DFCU Quick Banking and experience how we're making more possible for you.
DFCU, with pleasure.
Wow, this is classy, elegant, magic, mystery and delight on Classic Bouquet. Classy entertainment for ladies, Novella E+, Ebony Life, Nollywood Plus and channels. For children, Baby TV. And for gentlemen, Fox, Nat Geo, World Football. Get more on Classic Bouquet for only 26,000 shillings per month this festive season and get access to over 70 channels. Classic Bouquet. A feeling of class. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Welcome back from that short break. You are still watching NTV People's Parliament, sitting here in Abim district, discussing the issues affecting the smallholder farmers in this district. Mr. Aradisi, you represent the president in this district. Why are you allowing this to happen?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
As government, we have done our part. The first thing we have done, we have returned peace and security. We have disarmed everybody, so peace has come. Secondly, there was the issue of land wrangles with the borders. We have sorted them and we are sorting them out. We have sorted out the Abim, Napak border. We have sorted it out. Abim, Otuke, we have sorted out. Abim, Kotido, we have sorted out. We are now on Abim, Agago border. Soon, we're also going to sort it out. We have also given this district 2 tractors so far. But if you ask, we don't see these tractors today. Because they have been mismanaged. And we have moved in, we are investigating currently why the tractors were given new, but they have been mismanaged. We have also had a lot of programs, like NUSAF 3 program. The problem we have in this district is uncoordinated movements and corruption. They are the 2 main problems. The other day, we went to Alerek sub-county and found they had supplied over 200 bags of cassava cuttings under NUSAF. We are investigating the matter. This money for NUSAF is supposed to be given to these people you are seeing here. Yes. But these people are not given the money. The money is eaten somewhere. We are investigating a matter. We first got 1.7 billion under NUSAF 3 the last financial year. The money was eaten or stolen. The Minister of State for Karamoja, Honorable Chizige, came and confirmed that the money had been stolen. We went to areas like Opopong, we found there was nothing. Money had been stolen.
Where are these people who were in charge of this money? Have they been arrested? Have they, or are they still in office?
You know that is the problem we have in government today. Bureaucracy, they have technicalized corruption, and there is also a lot of bureaucracy. When you report a matter, it will never be handled. It takes some time. The Permanent Secretary Minister of Local Government promised that by 28th of April, a report would be out. Up to today, there is no report. The PA sent another team again. It came just eating government money. They have not produced a report up to now. And then, Madam Speaker, I want to inform you, another institution promoting corruption in Uganda is IGG. If I had powers, I would scrap the IGG's office. They are the most corrupt institution in this country. I have a report, Madam Speaker, it is so painful that IGG came here and investigated 16 cases of corruption. They have declared ghost projects that they are perfect. If you go to Makelatin Market, all the market shades have cracks, but they have declared them that they are perfect. You go to Balotanga Market, cracks, but they have said it is okay. The other day, we had a program called DDEG. They supplied 113 sick goats. 29 of them were blind. So when these goats were brought on a Friday, Saturday they wanted to give them out at night. I got a call. They called me. We went with the sub-county chairperson of
So the suppliers supplied blind goats?
They supplied blind and sick goats. And the Minister of State for Karamoja came here. He called for action. No action has been taken. So, Madam Speaker, as I conclude, the main problem is really uncoordinated movements. We have arrested, 2 weeks ago, I arrested 5 people of a group called Canoe Obstruction Project. We're investigating a matter where they have told us that they are conniving with the district leaders. They were given money to go and buy 12 bulls for obstruction. Instead of buying, first of all, 12 bulls, we discovered 4 of them are females. We discovered the 4 were suckling. The rest of the 8 young ones, male ones, were also suckling.
They can't work.
They can, of course, they have not worked. They were supposed to work last financial year, which ended in June. They were supposed to buy 6 ox plows. They only bought 4. So we have arrested the 5 people. They are now in the cells in Kanu Police Post. And the problem again we have here, we now don't have a magistrate. The magistrate we had has been transferred to the Anti-Corruption Court. The new one they gave us is on interdiction. So today I'm supposed to call the Judicial Service Commission because there is delayed justice here. For 2 months, there are no cases happening. Like these thieves wanted them to go to Amita prison. But now we cannot take them there because we don't have a magistrate. So me, I'm thinking that this decentralization also has a problem.
Yeah.
This district gets about 20 billion per year. But when you go around, you think even the 1 million is not there.
It appears into individual hands.
Yes, it ends up in people's pockets. So that is the problem. Corruption is the main problem. And the central government is not helping us. IGG is not helping us. The Auditor General, all of them are part of the thieves. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Mr. RDC is the head of security in this district. Whatever allegation is that he has made, he will deal with them with the powers that he Otherwise, thank you for the information, but it's actually unfortunate that you, the people of Abim, are really disabling everything that will have made Abim shine. So it is high time we think twice and we say, how can we get Abim moving? District chairperson, you are the vice, I know, but you have been given the powers to speak. What is not adding up? You, the head of the district. Is somebody in charge of the tractors here? You are the one. Where are the tractors? And why were the tractors not going to the farmers?
Madam Speaker, we had only one tractor, which was bought under the LED program. And that tractor, we gave 2 proposals to the district council, either to have it operationalized at government level or to be operationalized at private sector. The tractor currently got overwhelmed and is broken down. It is being serviced at one of the garages within Morolem. It is not in my personal garden, Madam Speaker.
Okay. Thank you, but the RDC says you misused it, so you'll be responsible. Yes, the Vice Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, as far as NUSAF is concerned, I know that it is a community-driven grant. And these monies go direct to group accounts, of which there are 3 people who are responsible. That is the chairperson of that group, the treasurer, and then the secretary. Madam Speaker, I don't think these funds are always corrupted by the district officials.
So the RDC is deceiving the House?
Because this is a community grant, Madam Speaker. It is a community grant.
Honourable Member, the RDC says the corruption is within you officials.
But this money, Madam Speaker, cannot be taken by the district. It goes direct to the group accounts of the communities. If they are the ones who are managing the funds, then it is the community, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Which information do you want to give the Vice Chairperson?
There is some information that we wanted to guide the House, especially on the issue of the NUSAF. NUSAF, you members, you know very well, it is a community-driven. Most of the monies that they are getting, they take to their accounts. But the problem that we have with the NUSAF is the way the design, the modality of the design, that even us, some of the district councillors, we don't really get involved into the monitoring system of this money. And that is where we get the problem.
Who steals this money?
No, the money are not being stolen. Once the money is given to the community, there is a way they are using, they use the money without getting informed how they can utilize the money, especially at the community level. Thank you.
Who are the people in charge of that NUSAF money in the community? Are they the leaders of the associations?
I wanted to clarify that the main problem is secrecy. I am in charge of all government programs in this district. I have written to the COW about 5 times requesting for information for me to go and monitor. It has been denied to me. So that's why there is suspicion that there is connivance in stealing this money.
Thank you, Mr. Aradis. So you are conniving against yourselves. Let's go on. How can we improve service delivery?
Madam Speaker, the Honorable House, I am Caroline Ocheng. What the government gives to the people, to the community of Abim district, in form of NUSAP, Operation Wealth Creation, is not enough for our community. Madam Speaker, the community has chosen, like in a village, they can get like 5 people or 7 people. Can we improve really the small farmer scale in our district? Then number 2, even in this NUSAF here, they are given to the very poor. Madam Speaker and the Honorable House, the very poor, when they are given those things, like the seeds, like they are given oxen, they cannot go to the gardens and plow. Madam Speaker, one time I went to the market. The middlemen comes with their own cups, and they are the ones to measure. They measure when it is pouring and pouring. They keep measuring. You, the seller, you are not allowed to touch that cup to measure for yourselves. You can see how they are exploiting our small-scale farmers in this district. I wanted the government to establish a loan facility in this district so that our farmers can go and get the loan. They get the loan so that they can open more land in this district, so that we can have enough food in this district and the countrywide. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have actually taken all your 4 points. Let's go for a short break. Don't go away. NTV People's Parliament comes back shortly.
NTV, turning on your world.
5 gun-wielding men who arrested UID member Yusuf Kaweya in the city center appear before the Army's disciplinary committee. Scores throng Pai Mall in Agago district for the 100th anniversary of the death of Acholi Catholic martyrs, Daudi Okello and Gildo Irwa. President Museveni donates 100 million shillings. Also on NTV Weekend Edition, no end in sight. A row over the resettlement of victims of the 2010 Bududa landslide continues. And the patients who are spending nights in the cold as the Cancer Institute grapples with growing numbers and space issues.
When I started out, all I had was my dreams, a belief that every man deserves his own home. I got myself a mortgage from Housing Finance Bank and I built this house. I say house because it only became a home when she came into the picture. Like me, she believed we had to build our future. We had a child and needed to open a Total Treasures account. My wife's farming business was boosted with a Housing Finance Agribusiness loan. My friend Brian was so inspired. He took out a salary loan and started his own hardware. The thing is, people know Housing Finance Bank to be the most reliable mortgage bank. So did I. Housing Finance has done more than help me build a house. It helped and is still helping us build a future as a family. Housing Finance Bank. We make it easy.
Housing Finance Bank is regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
Light it up.
Sting, light switched on.
Extraordinary could be right there in front of you without you even knowing it. It's something unique, rich and rewarding, full of character, a bold expression of flavor like no other. Discover extraordinary flavor. Guinness, made of more.
New Geisha lotions with added glycerine moisturizes for 24 hours to give you and your family's skin a long-lasting glow.
Yes, welcome back. We are glad you are still watching NTV. We are in Abim district discussing the service delivery for smallholder farmers in Abim district. And you have heard the voices of the people of Abim. The honorable member, the councillor, was talking about the middlemen exploiting the farmers. Despite the pamper harvest that they might have, the middlemen are the ones to benefit. So how can they be protected?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Boniface Opera, the district commercial officer.
Are you a commercial officer?
Yes.
You're the right person to speak about middlemen.
Yeah, I think the one only way and good way to protect our farmers from the middlemen is having them organized in groups or promotion of social enterprises where communities or individuals can come in and work as groups. And I think in Abim, much as we are having some small associations, we are not yet having really that higher level organized farmer groups in the district where people can bring in their goods, bulk together, and be able to get a great benefit from the market. Because it's not just a question of accessing market, but what does the farmer get from the market? As you have been already informed, most of our farmers are small-scale farmers and they produce in small quantities. So selling these goods in small quantities.
Some of them are producing in big quantities. I found a man with 10 acres of
some
maize.
of them, but it's a very small percentage, Madam Speaker. It's a very small percentage. Majority of the farmers are producing in a small scale level. And those are the farmers that we want to protect.
What is it, Councillor? Well, you are not comfortable with something. Yes, I'm not come in front.
Madam Speaker, I'm not comfortable with what the commercial officer is saying, but our farmers grow in large quantities. They grow large quantities in their farms, but they don't have anywhere to take it. And I was saying, Madam Speaker, that the government should control the food prices in this country so that the middlemen will not exploit our farmers.
So the farmers are producing enough?
Yes, they are producing.
You are not informed, the office of commercial. What were you saying, Madam? Somebody wants to give you more information.
Madam Speaker.
Mr. Commercial Officer, a lady wants to give you information.
I wanted to give a point of information. The commercial officer is not informed. All I know is if our farmers change their mindset to be packing
But for now, not until they change the mindset. Yes. For now, what are they doing?
They will have to change their mindset because we already have the stores that was built in 2015 by World Food Program. The one store is in Kalakala and one store is in Lotuke sub-county. Honestly, if our mindsets are changed, we can pack our seeds and use those stores to be sold.
Otherwise, they are producing enough.
Madam Speaker,
all they need is to store, not to go straight to the market.
Madam Speaker, the point I was trying to make is that much as the farmers are producing something,
it's not something commercial officer. Farmers are producing.
They are producing. Yeah.
Share an opportunity, Uganda. How much are farmers producing? At least you have been with the community. The commercial officers are alluding that they are producing in small quantities, you know.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. At least to the best of my knowledge, the 100 smallholder farmers in their associations have produced. Yesterday we were just checking out. We had the farmer who had 50 tons of cassava, and he's stuck with it. I know what you're saying is that there are few of them, but why can't we help the few that are producing? So among the 100 farmers, they have something they have produced and they are stuck, or cheated by the middlemen.
So, Mr. Commercial Officer, to the best of my knowledge, you have no information. Have a seat. Yes.
Madam Speaker, thank you. For the analysis we made as Share an Opportunity Uganda, we found out that from the 100 smallholder farmers that we support, the acres of cassava that they have cultivated is 627 acres, according to the analysis. Thank you very much.
Have you heard, Mr. Commercial Officer? Don't blame me for making you sit. This is the information. Yes.
I also want to inform the commercial officer that I also have 10 acres, but I don't have a market.
There you are, Commercial Officer. Yes, you have the podium.
My name is Ngonzi Wataba from Helen's Garden. If the amount of money is 20 billion that has been put in this district and has been stolen by people in this district, why can't you see that money? I'll tell you where that money is. It is in the suburbs of Kampala. It is in the suburbs of Jinja. It is in all those places. The solution to middlemen for your 10 acres of cassava and the 600 plus acres of cassava, what middlemen do is they bring the market to the farmer. That is the number one issue that they do.
You buy the gardens.
We buy the gardens.
But you also exploit them.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then two, storage. Because you're talking about cassava, you're talking about all these things. The more that they lie away from the market without a chance for value addition.
Thank you.
You will have no
Thank you
produce.
for that information.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have one of the partners who is well versed with the challenges that are being faced by the farmers. Please have a podium about the markets. Accessing markets is a challenge to the farmers themselves.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. By names, I'm called Emilian, and I represent ECO. In Uganda, we have what we call a free market economy. When I was here a few months ago, when we had a district dialogue, that came up it became up as a very, very big issue. Even in the regional dialogue that we had. The issue is that because we have a free market economy, then we need to leave the farmers to decide who buys and how they are able to access the market. I would like to say one thing, that the free market economy only operates when the farmers have the knowledge, when the farmers have the information, when the farmers are able to decide when and how to sell their produce. It has come out very vividly in this meeting that the extension service provision is quite wanting. If the extension service provision is wanting, then it means the farmers' ability to access this knowledge, to access the required skills is also lacking. And if it is lacking, it means that they will not be able to know where the market is. They will not be able to organize themselves the way we are thinking about. So the question I have to all of us is, what is it that we can do to make sure that the required knowledge and information is available to the farmers that need it? Thank you very much.
Mr. Aradisi, have you heard? This free market economy has brought problems to Uganda. That's why the middlemen decided that we are buying maize at 200 shillings and nothing is done by government.
Madam Speaker, I wanted to answer the question on the roads. We are sorting it out. Yes.
That is government of Uganda.
From Kotido up to Achanpi, you can bear with me that the road has tremendously improved. From Oyaro up to up to Nyakwaye, it has been worked on. When you cross over and you go to Napak, Moroto, it has been worked on. We now have given Abim district local government a full road unit. We are even giving them money under the Uganda Road Fund every quarter. So the problem of the roads should be a matter of time for it to be sorted out. And then under DINU, Development Initiative of Northern Uganda, some of these roads, like the one leading to Omonga Farm and others, are going to be sorted out. But as for the market, like he has said, it is important. Information, knowledge is very, very important.
Thank you. Yes.
Madam Speaker, honorable members, somebody came up and talked about inadequate rainfall. And that is true. Abim commercial, basic commercial farmers has come up with the mind of producing a lot of food that could be sold directly, not through middlemen. And also, it has come up with a mind of involving the small farmers in their program by going out to the different sub-counties and sensitizing them on how to produce, and when they produce, they bring to one particular place where we store and then invite other people who have good market to come and sell. Now, one thing that I would like us to know that Abim also has water springs which are flowing throughout the year and not being exploited. I was going to suggest that if the government could harness these springs, and then the commercial farmers could make use of these springs for watering, for irrigating their plants throughout the year, so that they don't have a seasonal production.
So there is need for irrigation.
A need for irrigation. So this is what I was thinking that could be done, and it could be done if we throw away corruption, which is being rampant, mentioned here.
Thank you. Production officer, they've talked about the storage, the stores that have been constructed by World Food Program. How are they doing? Are they being utilized? Come and explain to us.
Speaker, and in 2012, World Food Program, with the support of Chase, built 2 satellite stores, one in Kalakala and then one in Lotuke. The purpose, the main objective was to promote commercial farming, that is produce for purchase. But unfortunately, the structures which were created around those stores did not take off. Here we have a problem with farmers. Our farmers are farmers in most areas. Farmers here lack the confidence. They were told that, okay, bring your produce to the stores, but somebody would say, how do I put my granules for general administration? How do I put, okay, a few brought sorghum, because sorghum, they take it as a little bit of less delicacy. So these stores did not work well until recently, when SAO came up and we formed the Abim East Network, and now we are trying to have the stores working. The members are already coming around it. And World Food also has come with agriculture marketing support, where they are advocating that the farmers should produce maize to be bought and then beans also to be bought. So we are optimistic that we shall now be on the right direction to utilize those structures.
Okay. You say that the stores are in place. We have talked about the middlemen. We have talked about markets. But are our farmers handling the post-harvest well? Is it being handled well? Are we having quality produce? She has talked about how many tons of cassava being stored. Is it stored in a good storage? We are talking about these stores by World Food Program. Are the roads good? Do the farmers have transport? All these need to be talked about. Can they access these stores are there people who are transparent, since you have talked about corruption? Is there maize, cassava, and millet safe in the stores, since there is a lot of corruption in this district? All this need time. I think you have heard the voices of the people of Abim. They have talked all about these challenges. And all these challenges need to be worked on by themselves and the powers that be. Because of the importance of this topic, if we decide to talk, we shall talk until the cows come back. But for now, we cannot finish this topic. So we shall continue with this topic next Saturday. For now, thank you, honorable members, for being part of this parliament. Those who have been watching us on TV, on social media platforms, thanks for watching NTV People's Parliament. I am your speaker, Agnes Nandutu, and I aspire to inspire you before I expire. With powers conferred upon me as the speaker of this parliament, I adjourn this house until next Saturday.